Denver police traumatized family in botched raid on wrong apartment. It started like any other evening. The Johnson family was settling in for the night in their small Denver apartment. The father, Marcus, had just come home from a long shift at work. He kicked off his shoes, sat down on the couch, and let out a deep breath. His wife, Lisa, was in the kitchen washing dishes, humming softly to herself. Their two children, 7-year-old Jaden and 4-year-old Ava, were playing in their bedroom, giggling as they built towers out of blocks. It was peaceful. It was home. But in a matter of seconds, that peace was destroyed. Boom. The front door burst open with a force that shook the walls. Before Marcus or Lisa could even process what was happening, armed police officers flooded into the apartment, shouting commands, their guns pointed in every direction. "Get on the ground," one of them yelled. Lisa screamed. Jaden and Ava, terrified by the noise and the sudden rush of strangers, ran out of their bedroom, tears streaming down their little faces. Marcus, his heart pounding, instinctively raised his hands. He knew better than to resist. He had seen enough stories of how situations like this could turn deadly in an instant. But before he could even utter a word, one of the officers grabbed him and threw him down onto the hard floor, pressing a knee into his back. "Daddy!" Jaden screamed, his small voice shaking with fear. Ava clung to her mother's leg, sobbing uncontrollably. Lisa dropped to her knees, pleading, "Please, what's going on? We didn't do anything." But the officers weren't listening. They moved quickly, ripping open drawers, dumping their belongings onto the floor. Couch cushions were thrown, clothes scattered, cabinets emptied. It was chaos. The family's home, the space where they felt safest, was being destroyed before their very eyes. Marcus could barely breathe under the weight of the officer on his back. He tried to turn his head, tried to speak, but all that came out was a pained gasp. Lisa kept pleading, her voice cracking with panic. "Please, there must be a mistake. We have children here." One officer finally seemed to pause, looking around as if something wasn't right. Then, in a voice much quieter than before, he muttered, "Wait, this isn't the right address." Silence fell over the room. The officers stopped. No one said anything for a few long, unbearable seconds. Then, just like that, they started pulling back. No apology, no explanation. Just a few mumbled words about an error before they left as quickly as they had come. Lisa collapsed onto the floor, holding Jaden and Ava as they sobbed into her chest. Marcus lay there for a moment, staring at the ceiling, his body aching, his mind racing. They were gone. But the damage was done. How do you explain something like this to your children? How do you tell them that the people they are taught to trust, the ones who are supposed to protect them, were the ones who had just terrorized them in their own home? That night, no one slept. Jaden refused to let go of his mother's hand. Ava kept waking up crying, afraid that the bad men were coming back. Marcus sat on the couch, his heart still pounding, watching the broken door hang off its hinges. Lisa tried to clean up, but no matter how many clothes she picked up off the floor, no matter how much she straightened the furniture, the apartment still didn't feel like home anymore. Because home is supposed to feel safe. And now, safety was gone. The next day, Marcus called a lawyer. He called the police department. He wanted answers. He wanted justice. But no one seemed to care. It was a mistake, they told him. A mistake? That mistake left his children terrified to sleep in their own beds. That mistake left his wife crying in the middle of the night. That mistake left him feeling like his family's life didn't matter. No one was held accountable. No officers were punished. No one even apologized. And the worst part? This wasn't the first time. It keeps happening, over and over again. Families just like his, black families, innocent families, having their homes raided, their lives destroyed, all because of mistakes. But when the police make a mistake, who pays the price? Not them. Never them. The price is paid by the children, who will never forget the sound of their father's body hitting the floor. By the mother who will always flinch when she hears a loud bang at the door. By the father who will never be able to close his eyes at night without seeing the barrel of a gun pointed in his direction. This was more than a mistake. This was trauma. And for the Johnson family, life would never be the same again. Hey everyone, if this story moved you, if it made you think, or if it reminded you why we need to keep having these conversations, please take a moment to like this video. It really helps spread awareness. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop a comment below. Have you ever witnessed or experienced something like this? Let's talk about it. And if you believe stories like this deserve to be told, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're here to share real, powerful stories that need to be heard. Lastly, share this with your friends and family. The more people who see this, the more we can bring awareness and change. Thank you for watching and being part of this journey. Let's keep pushing forward, together.